this is the economic order quantity. Now, what is EOQ? It is what? Economic order quantity. Now, why this topic that we are learning in the project management? When we are doing a project or when we started the project, so we have plan, we define properly, okay, and during executions we required the various materials, the various resources and all, okay, especially we call it is the resources. Now when these resources that we need, that time we have to take care of the costing, okay, because all the businesses, all the projects which is going on, it is on the basis of the profit. So we want some profit from that business, and for that one it is very important for us to optimize the resources, okay, whether it is the land resources, whether it is the raw material or anything, you need to have a proper utilization of it, and the word is optimize, means it should not be a excess one or it is not be a less one, okay. So such type of the optimization that is needed, and especially this EOQ model, it is very useful when we are doing the what we call it is the demand and supply, okay, means the company purchase the raw materials, it's make a finished product, it given to the another customers, then again there is a the what we call the returns amount from it. So what, there is a continuous manufacturing of the product, continuous there is a demand in the market, but at the same time you have to look out what is the holding. So sometimes we need to hold the product or the raw material, just like if you want to manufacture, say you are having a food industry, okay, and you are manufacturing say the biscuit, okay. Now in this case, if how much quantity is ordered or the raw material which is required to making a finished product of the biscuit, then what is the raw material, say if you need some the grains and all, okay, so the pulses, so for that one what we purchase that part, but again we have to hold it because what is the demand of the biscuit in the market that we are need, okay, so that is the demand that we say the 100 number of unit I need it, okay, and for the 100 number of unit I need the 50 number of unit that is to be hold, or I have to we have to purchase the 100 number of the raw materials from it, okay, I'm talking about in terms of the unit, okay. Now these 100 number units I have kept into the storage, okay, and then slowly I am manufacturing the part and then I have to use it. I'm not use it in a week or in a say in a day, okay. So as per the demand we are utilizing the raw material of it. Now here how much raw material that I need to hold it, or how much raw material I need to purchase, that is very important point, means the optimum value that I have to purchase. It means if my demand is 100, and for that one if I need 100 unit, should I take 100 unit? Now that is the important part, because if I'm consuming that 100 unit say in a 7 days or in a 7 days, it means it is okay for me that I have to just purchase that 100 unit and I just store it, and per day I need 20 unit for manufacturing, so I use that 20 unit, and remaining 80 unit is as it is in a store. So again in next day again I use the 20 unit, again the remaining 60 units are in the store. So I'm storing the last 20 unit, okay, and for the storing I need some values. I have to how make some cost, or I have to spend some amount for holding, because for that one again I need the things is that I need to spend the money for just take caring of that particular raw material in my store in the storage, okay. Now, for that one, I am interested to know from this EOQ model or the EOQ order quantity, economic order quantity, that how much unit that I need to purchase. Okay, and that is calculated on the basis of what is the demand in the market. Okay, what is the cost of per unit of the unit. Then how much is the cost I am spending on the holding of that particular unit. Okay, and on that basis I am taking a minimum order. Okay, I am taking the minimum, or I just purchase the minimum amount or the quantity, so that there should not be extra money I'm spending on the holding, or I'm not spending the extra money on the other purpose. Because when you purchase 100 unit for 7 days, means you are store that 100 unit in a for in 7 days, for a 7 days. Okay, and for that one, definitely per day, you if you use the 20 unit, it means for the last 20 unit you need at least the 5 days you have to store it in your store area. Now because of that, what happened, you need to spend some amount for that. It may be the cooling, it may be the heating, whatever be the things it is. Or you have to give the money before the 5 days, because you need that 20 unit after the 5 days, but you purchase before that 5 days. Means you are spending already. You give the bill of that unit, the particular vendor or who is the seller of it. Okay, it means I'm spending my money, I'm investing my money. So here it is very important for any business. We have to optimize the things. Okay, so here that model, let's see with this is the one of the example that I am giving you. So let's see here the cost of minimizing the order quantity. So here is what, minimizing the order quantity. As I said, it is to minimizing the order quantity is called the economic order quantity. So cost of minimizing order. It means just like another example I would like to give you, that if as we know that we need grains, we need the rice and all for as a food. Now, how much wheat or how much the rice that I store in my home? Should I purchase the if I say the per year I need the 20 quintals of the wheat for the food purpose? Okay, and so I am purchasing the 2 quintals of that wheat and just store it into the home in the home. Now for that one, I need to look out how much holding cost, because when I'm purchasing that one and I'm utilizing for 1 year, 365 days, and if I'm spending the amount, say about say the 40,000 for that one. Okay, if I'm spending the 40,000 for that one, then again I have to look how much cost I need to holding that one. Holding means maybe you require some chemicals, some powders that you have to add it. You need to give some sun, some the heat treatment for that wheat, because you need to store it for a long time. Okay, so because of that, what happens? The costing holding cost is increases. You have to additionally holding cost is there. But otherwise, if you monthly say you require monthly only the 10 to 20 kg of the wheat, it means you can go to the shop and you just purchase the 20 kg and just use it for 1 month, and again you purchase for the next month. So that may be you have to look out what is the optimum value of it. Okay, so cost of minimizing order, how much order I have to give. Should I purchase the 20 kg per month, or should I purchase the 2 quintal per year? Now you have to calculate and you have to give accordingly order. Now this is the small example that I am okay. It is a homemade just because we are not storing it that much quantity, but here mostly we are purchasing it, the various things which is required for the home. Okay, now in the industry it is also the same thing. Here also we need some raw materials. Okay, some raw materials is seasonal, some raw materials is regular, which is we can purchase it. So you need to know what is the we have to calculate what is the minimum cost of that is to be ordered, so that I can minimize or optimize the things. Okay, so this EOQ model consider the trade-off between the ordering cost and the storage cost. Okay, so here one is the ordering cost, second is the storage cost in the choosing the quantity to use in the replenishing items inventories. Now many times what happen, as I gave the example of the wheat, it may be how low cost when it is just to you get from the farm. Okay, so maybe in a particular season you have a less cost of that wheat, but after a 1 month 2 month it will be increased. That is the one thing. Then I have to look out that cost. Okay, other thing, I have to look out what is the storage of it, how much cost I have to spend for storing that particular goods. On that basis this EOQ model is work. Okay, and here from that one we try to get what is the cost minimizing order quantity? How much minimum order that I have to give for that case? Okay, so let's see the EOQ business scenario. So here we have one formula where we are calculate what is the average quantity to be ordered. Okay, whatever be the material that you needed. Okay, so here say first the customer demand. Now what is this is denoted by D. Now when we are making the model, that time always we look the demand, because what is the demand of your product in the market, accordingly you purchasing the raw material for it, accordingly you hold that raw materials, and accordingly you manufacture it. If there is no demand and you it is not a good thing that you are purchasing the raw material when there is no demand of your product in the market, but unnecessary you are purchasing the raw material, then ultimately you are investing that amount for purchasing the raw material, and on the other side there is no demand of your product. It means there is no mismatch. Ultimately you are in the debt. Okay, so for that one we have to check the what is the demand. So that demand we can denote it by D. So this customer demand, which is D, unit per time, means how much unit that is need. Just like one company have sell the 100 unit per day. It means per week he is selling the 100 into 7. It is 700. Okay, so that is the demand of that their product in the market. Now accordingly he just purchasing the raw material required to producing that the particular product. Okay, that unit, and accordingly he just purchasing the raw material. He is not storing that much because he know that 700 unit I need to manufacture per week, and accordingly the per week how much to be to be purchased raw material. He is not purchasing the raw material for 2 3 months extra. It is possible only when the pricing of that product, the raw material uh, is very less, and that time only it will possible for him to purchase it and holding it. Okay, otherwise he just look out the demand of it and accordingly is purchase. Okay, then second is the lead time. What is this lead time? It is the time interval in placing the order and receiving the corresponding order quantity. Now this is also the very important, because though in per week I need to sell 700, I'm selling the 700 unit, and for that one let's say 500 unit raw materials I need it. Okay, but when I'm giving a order to that the vendor, then he will supply that raw material after a 5 day, after a 7 days. It means per week I need a 500 unit to say to just to manufacture 700 unit. Okay, and when I am placing my order, a raw material order, I'm talking about raw material order, then he will supply that one after a 7 days. Means the 7 days buffer is required for me, means I have to store a 7 days the raw material in my store in the storage. Why? Because he is supplying my order only and only after 7 days. It means 1 week he required for supplying it. So that is also be very important for me to look out that part. I mean, just like if you are to purchasing the raw material from the Mumbai, it may take a no, 2 to 4 week, 2 to 4 days to supply to here in Ratnagiri. It means again I need to check out that part, and that is the call a lead time. It is what the time interval between the placing the order and the receiving the corresponding order quantity. That is also be very important to look out this EOQ model. Then the cost. What will be the cost? So three cost types here. The one cost, it is a unit itself. What is the cost of that unit? Second, the cost of holding unit in the inventory. It means in a storage we have to require the holding cost, because we need to just to take care of that one, and for that one definitely we need to have a warehouse, and for that one we need certain the amount that we have to spend for it. Okay, so that is the second cost. The one cost is what the cost of the unit, means the cost of that raw materials which we are purchasing. Second cost is the holding cost, and third cost is called a fixed order or manufacturing setup cost. Okay, that is called fixed cost. So cost of unit, cost of holding, and the fixed order cost. So these are the three types of the cost in the EOQ model. So we denote D for the demand of the customer. There is a lead time, the time interval between the placing order and the receiving the corresponding order. And there are the three types of the cost, which is called the unit cost, holding cost, and the fixed order cost. Now this, what is unit cost? So this is again denoted by C. Okay. So we denote the unit cost by C. This is to be assumed be a fixed regardless of the number of unit order. So this C cost we are making a fix regard the number of units that is to be ordered. Okay. The quantity means many times what happen, if you purchase a single unit, you will have 10 rupees. But if you purchase the 12 unit, then you will have 8 rupees. Okay. Just like when you go to the market and you purchase a one pen, single pen, you may have the cost of 10 rupees. But instead of that 10 rupees, you have some event, and for that one you are using the pen, and now you are purchasing in bulk. So you need a 12, say 1 dozen unit means the 12 unit. So the shopkeeper say, okay, it is a single cost is 10, but now I need for 30 rupees because you are taking a bulk form. So we are taking discounting part. Okay. It is a fixed cost, 10 rupees means 10 rupees. So we take that one, okay, for developing this type of the model. The quantity discounts or other economies offset are ignored in the basic of EOQ, as I said. So we are not considering any type of discount when you are purchasing a bulk or when you are purchasing the single unit. The cost is fixed, that is the fix. Okay, it is not we are considering any type of discounting. Okay. Second is inventory holding cost. Now the goods we need to store in the warehouse, and for that we need certain amount to spend for take caring of that item. So for that one, so inventory holding cost which is generated by market, okay, and is measured in terms of the cost per unit per unit, means how much time you are holding, how many units are there, and what is the cost of it. Okay. And the value of ph is likely to between 25 to 50% of the cost of the item. Many times it will consider around 25 to 50%, because the storing is very difficult thing. Okay. Because continuously you need to take care of it. Now what is that mean by the fixed order or manufacturing setup cost? So we call it is a fixed order cost, which is denoted by K. Fixed order cost. Okay, the denoted by K, and this is to be measured in rupees or dollars, whatever be the currency of that particular region. Then the optimal order quantity. Here we try to get what is the optimum order quantity. How I can get a minimum order. Okay, so for that one we are developing this type of the model. In the EOQ business scenario, the goal is to select the order quantity Q. We are very interested to know what is the value of Q, how much minimum order that I have to give. Just like as I said, there is 100 unit the company is manufacturing per day, and for the 7 days it is 700, and for the 1 week they require the raw material, it is a 500 unit. Now it is to be needed to know how much minimum order I have to give to that another person. Why? Because does I give the 500 because I need a 500, or should I decrease it so that I can save some amount? And that is to be, we can have this type of the model that we have to develop with the help of this formula. We can easily found how much quantity that I need to order. Okay, so with the help of example we will see that one. Okay, so here we can use this type this formula, that is Q is equals to the under root of twice D is the demand of the customer, K is the fixed order cost, upon the H is the holding cost, and C is the cost of the item per unit. Okay, so that minimize the average inventory management. So if we have the graph between the, if you want to know the what is the Q, and in the continuous manner we will take it is in terms of the average one. Okay, so average resulting that we can take it. Okay, and that can be calculated with the help of this formula, which is AAC is stands for the average, the cost of it, of the order, is equals to the K is the fixed cost, D is the customer demand, Q is the again the order that we are given, plus H into Q by 2 plus C into D. Okay, so this is the formula to know what is the average of it. Okay, on the basis of the what is the demand, the fixed cost, what is the holding, and what is the demand. So in the EOQ model assumption, so whenever you have any model, then we are have certain assumptions. So what are that assumptions? The first assumption is production is instantaneous, no delivery lead time, demand is deterministic and known, demand rate is constant over a time, a production run incurs the fixed setup cost regardless of the production quantity. Consider the case of the single product, no back order allowed. Okay, the first assumption is what? Production is instantaneous. So there is a continuous and the instantly the product is going on. No delivery lead time. Delivery lead time means there is no time lag between the when you are ordering and when you are purchasing or you are getting that order. So just like when we go into the shop, we instantly we can purchase that product. Okay, so say there is no time lead or the gap between the purchase order and the getting the order of it. Demand is deterministic and known. So here it is accurately you should know what is the demand of your product. Demand rate is constant over a time. So we say that, as I said, there is a 700 unit that company is manufacturing and it is sale per week. So that is a constant that we consider. A production run incurs the fixed setup cost. So fixed setup cost is there regardless of the production quantity. Whatever be the quantity that you are manufacture, it having the fixed costing of it. Consider the case of single product. So this EOQ model many times we are considering for the single product. Though we are considering for the different one, but it is better to use this model for one single product. And no back orders allowed. So here is we are not say to back order that the raw material, or we are not the product is not sale. No, so that is not a case. So it is, we say it is an ideal case. So we call it is an ideal case. So let's see here, as this is the formula, and in this one we say that the first average annual cost holding, average annual inventory holding. Okay. So see here, so this particular equation is for the average annual cost of ordering. Either you say here is the annual, day, or week. Most of the times we consider the week. It may be the month or it may be the year. Okay, so here we consider that average annual cost of ordering. किती तुम्ही order करता है, how much you ordered per year. Then average annual inventory holding cost. What is the inventory holding cost? What is the costing of that item that is you are holding? Okay, and the average annual cost of the unit. What is the average annual cost of the unit which you purchasing? Okay, so on that one we can find the average order. Okay, so Q stands for the order quantity, how much you ordered. K stands for the fixed order cost. D stands for the customer demand. H is the inventory holding. C is the unit cost. Okay. Now, so this is the graph. We got this graph when we are graph between the Q, how much quantity that you are ordering, and what will be the average costing of it. So you see here, these are the two, one dotted line, which is called the what is the holding cost. As you order much more, you will have a more and more holding cost. Okay. Second, it is given on the basis of what is the fixed and demand cost. So fixed and demand cost is here. Okay. As you are have the little amount of the order, you may have more costing. As you purchasing more, you will have a little cost of it. So you may have find such type of the graph. Like this one for the demanding, and this one is for the holding one. And we try to get this is the core, solid core, minimum quantity. Okay, we are interested for the minimum one. So this is the graph between this one. Now, with the help of the example, we will see what exactly mean by EOQ. Okay, so if you say there is a demand for the capitalist is 50 per week. Okay, there is one product which having the quantity, its demand is 50 per week. That is demand. The order of cost is $30. Okay, so the costing is $30 regardless the size of the order, as I said, and the holding cost for per the this per unit is 6 per week. So the costing required to hold this per unit per week is $6. Okay. Now these are the quantities is given. This is what this is the demand, which is called D. Order of cost is 30, that is a fixed order cost. We are given 30. Okay, and the holding cost is 6. Okay, from that one we try to know what is the value of Q that is you need to demand or you need to purchase. So if as we have this formula, Q is equal to twice dk by hc. Okay, and we say that the Q is, we need to find the K is fixed order, it is 30. D is the customer demand, it is 50 per week, that is unit. Okay, and the inventory holding cost is 6. Okay, though I'm wrongly saying it is rupees, but it is a dollar. Okay, so this is $30, this is $6, and from that one we need to find how much quantity, that optimum quantity that I need to purchase or I need to order. So it is to demand is 30, sorry, demand is 50 that I'm taking. The K is a fixed cost, which is the 31, divided by the holding cost is 6, and from that one we got the value is about 22.3 22.36 unit. It means the demand for is 50 per week, the order of cost is 30, and for the this case I need to purchase about a 22.36 unit. Okay, I have to purchase or I have to order the quantity about 22.36, though the demand of the product is 50 per week, but as per that one I have to order only the 22.36 based on the what is the holding cost and the fixed cost of it. Okay, so this model is very useful, especially when we are dealing with the inventory. Okay, the how much is the in and how much is the out, how much is the raw material that I need to take, how much is I need to give the product is to be sent into the market, and I have to balance that part. This EOQ model is very useful when it is a process industry. Okay, continuously you are ordering, continuously you are sending your product, continuously you are ordering, so that the cash flow should be properly is going on in this one, and that EOQ it is help you for a minimum order quantity. Okay, so this is all about the EOQ.